Hello everyone, welcome back to my White House Survival YouTube channel. In today's video, the topic I would like to share and discuss is about Alliance Championship guide and tips for all players, including normal Alliance members as well as for R4, R5 who can arrange the lane setups strategically. So alright, before starting this topic, if you think this video is really helpful and informative, please don't forget to subscribe and follow my Whiteout Survival channel, as well as please like and share this video with your friends who are playing Whiteout Survival game. Also, if you want to support me and my YouTube channel, you can subscribe to my monthly YouTube membership subscription, as well as you can also support me with super chats, super stickers, and super thanks comments in my premier videos. Alright, now let's start this topic about Alliance Championship. So, before registration for this Alliance Championship in the lane that you wanna dispatch your squad, you should always do proper preparations before deploying and registration your squad. First, you should use all pet battle skis using the quick use function to activate all the pet battle skis, and then you should also apply Ministry of Defense or Ministry of Strategy, whichever is available at that specific time before registration and deploying. And then, when deciding to choose the heroes and formation for deployment squad, you should always use your strongest team, which is strongest and latest generation SSR hero. If you are lacking SSR mythic heroes during Generation 1 and 2 period, you can use Sajay as your infantry hero and Bahiti as your marksman's hero instead of other useless hero like Gina and other purple or blue heroes which has useless expedition skills. And the next tip is about formation, and the most balanced formation for Alliance Championship setup until Generation 7 is 50-20-30 in my opinion, because 50-20-30 formation will make sure that you win at least one enemy squad in 1v1 situation, which will give you 1 KO rewards. And especially now, these KO rewards becomes more important because of new update, which includes treasure box, which has a lot of various valuable materials like mythic general shards, gems, 100 XP components, and all types of speed ups, as well as LOI and pollution solution for your chief gear upgrades. Okay, and later there will be 60-40-0 formation, will be a little bit more popular in Alliance Championship setup, but that formation, in my opinion, is only advisable for people who has Generation 5 Nora or Generation 7 Gordon, and people who tend to prioritize Lancer stats rather than the people who are prioritizing infantry and marksman stats. So for the most player will likely to prioritize infantry stats and marksman stats, and for such people, the most balanced formation is 50 infantry, 20 lancer, and 30 marksmen until Generation 7. And after that, the next tip is the most ideal time for registration or deployment of your squad is after events like Bear Trap, Foundry, Frostfire, Canyon Clash, or Crazy Joe, etc., where you are most likely to use bad webs, and sometimes for spenders who have enough gems, they will even use 10 to 20% city bonus gen buffs. So after using all these buffs, you should set up and deploy your squad in Alliance Championship or update your troops in Alliance Championship to make your squad stronger for your team and for your alliance. Okay, that's the tips and strategy for players individually. And now I'm going to tell how R4 or R5 of the alliance should set up the lanes and arrangement during the each round. So two popular and most commonly used lane setup strategies is two best lane strategies and three average equal lane strategy. So two best lane strategy a little bit more popular and more suitable in general for especially for alliance who have a limited number of whales or big spenders, because you need to accumulate your forces in your two best lanes to make sure you win two lanes and two flags as well as 3 points for the win. So the concept of this two best lane strategy is to put your strongest overall power participants in 2 out of the 3 lanes to consolidate all your strength, with one fake or dummy lane to bait enemy strong lanes. And these two best lane strategies depends on a little bit of lag and mind games between the strategist R4 R5, because you can always check your enemy alliance previous rounds of battles, and you can change your bait lane or weakest lane against their strong lanes accordingly after every phase in between the event. So you may need to swap your bait lanes a little bit to confuse your enemy's alliance. Otherwise, if you only put your bait lane in that one specific lane, enemy strategists will know which one is your weakest bait lane and try to counter you if you persistently set your bait lane to only one specific lane without any changes. And the another strategy is called 3 equal lanes strategy, which is to equally separate all your stronger forces in 3 strong lanes. And this strategy is only recommended and more useful for alliances with more number of whales and big spenders, and especially for alliance who are in ultimate tier. Because in ultimate tier, in order to get the top 3 rewards, you need to make sure that you not only get 3 points, but also you get at least one flags or as many flags as you can during the rounds, even if you lose the battle. That way, here I will show you the ranking. By having more flags number, your ranking will be higher than the another alliance who is getting the same number of points or who is getting the same number of wins like you. Here you can see our AL alliance is currently rank number 2 because of 6 flags we get, and the enemy Korea alliance is 3rd place with 6 points, which is the same amount of points, but they only have 5 flags, so they became 3rd place. So in ultimate tier, you should always, ideally, your alliance should always aim for top 3 positions in every alliance championship event weekly for a decent amount of alliance championship coins for your alliance member, and these coins you can exchange a lot of valuable materials for like design plans and pollution solution and alloys, which is much needed for your chief gear upgrades. And you can also consider exchanging strengthening serum and pet materials like pet stones, advanced wild marks, etc., which is also useful for you in the long run. Okay, and after that, individually, you should always aim to win and KO at least one squad, like previously I've mentioned, because of this new KO rewards treasure box, which is really good treasure box, which contains a lot of useful and valuable materials, including general shards, gems, and 100 HP components, speed ups, and also chief gear materials, which is much needed, and plus extra 50 minutes recharge speed ups. So in every round, you should at least get one treasure box and defeat and KO one enemy. And if you are lucky, you may even get two KO rewards and two treasure box in each round of Alliance Championship, which means you will get more treasure box and more KO rewards. And you should only open these KO treasure box rewards in 100 to 200 batches to ensure that you get general medicians and more rare rewards like 1000 gems or 100 XP components, because here you can see the chances of getting these is only increase if you opened quite a lot of number of these treasure box in batches. So you need to make sure you open in 100 to 200 batches or even 1000 batches to increase the chance of getting rare odds rewards. Okay, so alright, thank you so much for watching this video until the end, and I hope this video will be helpful and informative for all players, and especially for strategists R4 R5 of your alliance. And I hope to see you again in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.